Hi everyone, this is audap. Here's an old one. Let's check out Xenosaga Episode 1 on PlayStation 2.
The ground there is hard, so be careful when you dig.
Yes, sir.
Doctor! Dr. Masuda!
What is it? Did you find something?
Yeah, we followed the corridor from the lakeside. It matches the location described in the
That
research
must be
paper.
it. Good. Show us where it is.
Hard subtitles. 4-3. Less than 4-3. Ah,
It's
the good old
different from
days.
the others.
I knew it!
It's over there.
Is that Chris's blood?
This must be...
Xenoblade. Oh wait, no, that's 20 years later. Looks like my stomach right now. Empty. Music's still really incredible, you know? Probably shouldn't stare directly into that. Ah, too late. Great, now the gods are peeing on us. Shouldn't have opened that door. 4,000 years later. Cosmos! Kind of a bummer what happens to her by the time episode 3 rolls around. I think that even like indie games now, potentially have better graphics than all the pre-rendered cinemas. Come a long way.
Commencing startup experiment. Open up an interconnection.
Roger. Opening interconnection. Connecting with dummy protocol.
A-line protocol zone secured.
Opening cage partition. 60 seconds to release. Beginning countdown. 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51.
Guys never watched 2001 Space Odyssey, apparently.
All monitors clear.
3, 2, 1. Partition open. Proceeding with Cosmos body formation.
Body formation complete. Commencing Penfield mapping.
Proceeding with Encephalon construction.
Mapping percentage at 76, 77, 78.
Encephalon construction complete.
There's noise appearing in the temporal lobe.
What's the problem?
It's on the left side of the temporal lobe. I'm showing slight stimulation of the synapses in section 818. It's within permissible bounds, though. Do you want to abort?
No. Let's keep going. Just stick to the menu. I'll try for a direct approach. Back me up.
Roger. Launching Nataraja connection system.
I know, look at all that aliasing. I think the worst part about the PlayStation 2 is that the cleaner your video connection is, the worse the aliasing gets. So like the best possible picture you can get is probably S-Video. As soon as you start getting component cables, like a lot of games which you thought looked good are just filled with aliasing. Like Jack Actor is a good example. It's like, looks great on standard video.
Password accepted. Commencing Nataraja boot up sequence.
Looks okay on S-Video and then looks like garbage in component video. Takashi-san.
Alan, there seems to be a problem with the visual field connection.
Ah, I see a small break in the MT field, route K12. It looks like the bi-directional link in the V4 field is lagged too. Hold on a minute. I'll fix it now. How is it now, Chief?
Okay. Looks good. Let's keep going.
Roger. Proceeding with Cosmos host separation.
morning, Cosmos. How do you feel?
Good morning, Xian. All systems are normal.
Well, how about introducing yourself?
I am an anti-Gnosis humanoid fighting system, serial number 0000000001. Development name KPX, abbreviated name Cosmos. As I am currently configured for simulated battle, my output is limited to 22% of its normal capacity. My estimated weapon specifications are...
All right, that's good enough. Thanks.
You are welcome.
All I have for you today are the usual startup tests. Sorry to wake you up just for that. You'll have to go back to sleep once everything's checked out.
I see.
Do you feel sad or anything?
A predetermined set of emotions has been hard-coded into my emotion module to better facilitate interactions with humans. In order to better facilitate a relationship with you, Chief Engineer Shion Uzuki of the Cosmos Project, Vector Industries' first R&D division,
what titles?
I will emit an expression such as sadness only when that response is deemed necessary. However, the emotion module of my program has determined that this is not necessary at this time.
I guess you're right. I, of all people, should know that.
Your understanding is appreciated.
But you know, Cosmos, I've got mixed feelings about all this. Of course, I'm happy that you're awake, but the fact that you'll go back to sleep makes me a bit sad. On the other hand, the next time you wake up, it may be a time of much bloodshed.
Oh, well, don't wake me up
deep down
then.
inside, I hope that day never comes. Understand?
Huh?
The algorithms I have been programmed with do not support the comprehension of illogical human thought.
Well, I hope you'll be able to understand someday.
I will do my best.
All right, Cosmos, shall we get started? Alan, let's pick up from process 277 where we last left off.
Roger. Placing target drones in the encephalon. The drones are set to random movement and enemy ambush. How about a test run before the mission, Chief?
Sure, let's do that. Did you get that, Cosmos?
Affirmative.
Virtual tutorial. During quests, you'll trigger a battle when you come in contact with an enemy. Here, you'll need to talk to Cosmos, select from the menu, then force the soldier to start the battle. Target input complete. Normal attacks. Battle program has been set. Engineering battle mode. Please approach the target.
Do you really think this is a good idea?
Normal attacks. The leftmost character in the group turn window at the bottom right corner of the screen will get to go first. The character next to the leftmost character will follow thereafter. The order is reshuffled once the character icons disappear from the GTW. Characters that are not displayed on the GTW cannot make a move until the character order is rearranged. Press left-right on the directional button to select the target and press square or triangle to perform the normal attack. There are three types of enemies, B and G. During the target selection, they are marked as B and G. 2 AP is used for each normal attack. Since you are given 4 AP each turn, you can perform up to 2 normal attacks. As a basic rule, square is a physical type, while triangle is an ether type attack. Descriptions of ether type attacks are displayed in red.
Who would have thought one of Miyuki's inventions would come in handy?
yeah, Chief. Almost forgot to mention about the body flashing phenomenon. After a battle, you'll flash for a few seconds. During this time, you won't trigger a new battle, even if you come in contact with the enemy. Remember this, okay? Changing targets. Tech attacks. Let's check.
Cosmos, let's go.
Tech attacks. 6 AP are required to perform a tech attack. If you only attack once and use X to end your turn, 2 AP are carried over to the next turn. Guarding is another effective method. Because you are given 4 AP each turn, they are added to the 2 carried over for a total of 6 AP. Defeat the enemy with a tech attack. If you only attack once and use X to end your turn. Sure, great. Thanks. You can now perform a tech attack with this 6 AP. Specific commands must be entered in order to perform a tech attack. Tech attacks for Xion. Square, square, circle, or triangle, triangle, circle. Attacks for Cosmos. Square, square, circle, triangle, triangle, circle, or just circle. Warning, the sub-weapon attacks performed by pressing circle can only be used a set number of times per battle. Check to see if it can be used by looking at the panel to the right of the button display panel. Contents are ammo, AP consumed, required AP. The attack can only be used when all requirements are met.
My external appearance is down 5%. Xion, I need to be clean.
I have to say that the PlayStation 2 era was probably some of the best role-playing games made up until now. I mean, they had, like, it was like a real bountiful time for RPGs. Or at least JRPGs.
Target locked on. Commencing combat mode.
I never felt the PlayStation 2 era really matched the PlayStation... Or sorry, I never felt that the PlayStation 3 era really matched the PlayStation 2 era for RPGs. Just for all the creativeness and the stories. I mean, there are obviously a lot of really good ones on PlayStation 3, don't get me wrong, but I don't think they're anywhere near as good as... the variety or the quality were near as good as PlayStation 2. So when you press X without doing anything else, the sub-menus will disappear. Ether, 4 AP, consume. Use ethers that have been set. EP required in order to use ether. Item, 3 AP consumed. Use items in your possession. If the intended item has a W next to it, the item can be used as a W item. How to use W items. 6 AP is required to use W items. Place the cursor over an item and press triangle to select. The item will have an effect on the entire group. 2 items will be used, however, so W item will only work if you have at least 2 of the same item. Move, 2 AP. Change position during battle. Possible ways to attack and amount of damage received change depending on the location. AGWS 4 AP consumed. Enter the assigned AGWS. Characters who are not assigned to an AGWS cannot use this command. Guard 2 AP reduces the amount of damage received. Also used to accumulate AP for a tech attack. Escape commands do not exist in this game. You must use either an escape pack or Xion's goodbye in order to escape from battle. Boost. The boost gauge rises whenever a normal or tech attack successfully hits. When this gauge fills all the way, the boost counter goes up by 1. Because it is difficult to raise the counter in this battle, we will set the boost counter at 2. In order to use the boost, the character must have at least 1 boost count, and must not be displayed in the GTW in the lower right corner of the screen. Boostable characters are displayed when you press either R1 or R2. Characters without boost will not be displayed. The displayed characters are assigned to square, triangle, and circle, starting from the left. By pressing the associated button, you can have the character cut in front and perform a move right after the current character's move finishes. Moreover, it is possible to boost during the enemy's attack by pressing either R1 or R2, which will come after the enemy's turn finishes. Slot. The small slot to the left of the GTW changes in the following order with each turn. This is the event slot. The effects of the slot icons. See, critical hit rate up increases the chance of critical hits. When this icon appears during the enemy's turn, their chance of critical hits increases. Boost gauge rate up. Becomes easier to raise the boost gauge. Special points up. Earn more special points. What are special points? Points can be earned by defeating enemies. By utilizing the special points, players can increase and evolve the character's abilities beyond their normal level-ups. Ether points. Use the points to evolve ether spells or transfer spells to other characters. Skill points. Draw out skills from accessories. Tech points. Change the character's basic parameters. Is there anything else? Oh, I don't think she needs to do either. That's fine.
All systems clear.
Switch to real combat. Do you want to move on to real combat? Alright then, I'll transport you to your original location after the battle is over. Are you ready? Dun, 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 dun.
Your orders, Xion?
Actual battle. From now on, the enemies will attack. Keep your eye on the attack order to avoid taking unnecessary damage. Defeat the enemy on the right first, so it can attack everyone, as it can attack everyone at once. Because the enemy in the middle has high HP, it is a good idea to defeat it using tech attacks. The enemies are separated into 3 types. Some attacks are effective against certain types, so study the description of each attack. The following icons appear in the GTW: Biotype, Macht type, Gnosis type.
Xian, I need to be clean.
All processes to 300 cleared.
Chief, the data transfer is going smoothly. The A-line protocol is looking good.
It sure is. The response levels are really good.
If we can maintain these levels, we'll have some great results soon.
Yeah.
Chief?
Hey, Alan. Let's skip all 300 level processes and start from 400.
Huh? 400? Chief, but that's...
I feel pretty confident this time.
But, Chief... Remember what happened last time? Had we waited 10 more seconds to intervene, we wouldn't have been able to get you back at all. Can't we at least test it out in objective mode?
You know we can't get precise data that way. I'll be fine. If something happens, I'll get myself out. Besides, you want to test it out as well, don't you? We spent all night building the native A-line protocol.
Well, yeah, but...
That settles it. Let's get started.
All right, then. But if anything happens, I'm gonna shut it down from here. So don't press your luck.
All right, all right.
And don't deviate from the program.
Okay, Mom.
Jeez, this is so typical of her. Will she ever stop to think about the hell I go through for her?
You know, sir, the way you worry about Chief Uzuki all the time. I'm surprised you haven't keeled over already.
Hey! That's enough! Is the 400 level program ready to go?
We're ready to go anytime.
Then start up the program. I want detailed reports from every monitoring station. Any abnormalities, and I'm shutting down immediately.
Cosmos, I'll explain a bit about this place. This place is an imaginary space constructed within the network. It is modeled off of some ruins from the early 2000 AD. Your mission is to fight the main target within the dilapidated building. The target is marked with the red vector box. There are objects in here that can be detonated. Some are effective if you set them off near the enemy. Use them to your advantage. Now then, let's start the mission. That's understood. Alright, then let's start the mission. You have to be a little farther away.
Your orders, Xian?
Yeah, I think the this game's one critical flaw is that the animations run, a little long. They did resolve that with Xenosaga 2 and 3, but they're not. I mean, they're faster, but they're not exactly quick.
The enemies have been exterminated.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, and I say if people have a choice and they have the ability, really to consider playing the Japanese version of this game. Unfortunately, this NTSC version, the US version, is heavily censored and edited. I'll point out some of the major edits that happened. When we run into them.
All battle systems are go.
Here it is. This should be the room. Looks like I need a mission key to open this door.
Who goes there?
Get out of my way, or else...
My external appearance is down 5%.
Can I enter it out? No, I can't. At least not that way. Oh, shit up everywhere.
Freeze!
No, I don't want to freeze.
All battle systems are go. Charging our blade.
Let's go on.
Hot. It won't open from the side. I think it's locked. Well, of course not. Alright, let's get it. Oh, Dumb.
Get out of my way, or else...
In this battle, it is possible to pilot an AGWS by selecting AGWS in the submenu. First, select AGWS from the menu. Next, use the right-left direction button to select its position, and press circle to call it.
Transmitting!
The return is over after it is called. Cosmos, you're so cool. Bad Namco completely forgot you existed. The HWS attack with square and triangle consume BP vary with different weapons. Furthermore, the submenu will change slightly. WAC, this is available when the same weapons are equipped on both arms, and 6 AP is required. And this cannot be used when piloting an HWS. Ooh, this changes your position. Change positions can alter the amount of damage received and may limit your attack. HWS, this will make you exit the AGWS. Your turn ends after you exit the AGWS. This reduces the amount of damage you receive. This is a good way to accumulate HP. Warning, you will not be able to recover during the battle if the AGWS reaches HP reaches 0. Let's not make that happen then, shall we?
Enemies have been exterminated.
I mean, the victory music reminds me very much of Shadow Hearts as well. Same for Blizzard.
Status check.
I don't see anything unusual. All systems are stable. It's looking good. This ought to make up for last month.
I sure hope so. Cosmos has reached the checkpoint. Entering process 431.
Replacing targets with Type G drones. Commencing display.
Chief, I've changed the settings on the target drones. The next target is keyed to sound, so it will only respond if you make a loud noise. You can move quietly if you hold down the R2 button while moving. Also, that thing behind you is a save point. If you press circle there, you can save your progress. Make good use of it. Keep things. Now I can unlock the door. Well, sort of. Make noise. Oh, did you hear that? I'm sorry. Woohoo. The lock has been removed. Not that it matters. Mission key. I say that on Tinder all the time.
Here we go.
Monster.
What's going on?
A brand new network is being created within the Cosmos mainframe. We've never had a reaction like this before. This is incredible. I've never seen the net grow so fast. Look at it, sir. Portions of the encephalon map are evolving. What the?
Alan, I'm going to engage the target. Make sure you capture all the data.
What? You cannot engage right now. You're tapped into Cosmos perception. It's too unstable.
Don't worry. We can pull it off.
What do you mean, don't worry? Chief?
Disabling auto safety. Destroy all targets.
Yellow arms.
The enemies have been exterminated.
So far, so good. Shift target to real mode. We'll test the Hilbert effect.
What? Chief, you're supposed to follow the program.
Cosmos, activate Hilbert.
Roger. Activating Hilbert effect.
I knew this would happen! Status!
This is bad. Something's wrong in the encephalon. The whole thing could collapse at any moment.
What? What about the Chief? Chief, you're in danger! Get out of there now!
Hold on! Just a little longer!
Chief!
Nerve impulses in the limbic system. We've got kindling.
That's enough! Shut it down! Pull her out of there now!
Roger. Entering shutdown command. It's been rejected. The Chief's overriding us. We can't control it from here.
What? 10 seconds to encephalon collapse. Sir!
Damn it! Chief! Chief? Are you all right?
Yeah, thanks. Did I push my luck a little too far this time? Alan?
You can't keep doing this, Chief. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
Sorry about that, but I bet the data's really good. Besides...
Huh? Was there something else?
Oh, it's nothing. Well, we better get started on that data. Today's our deadline. so I'm sure they'll be asking for it soon.
Attention, please. We are scheduled to gate out in approximately 3 minutes. All hands, please return to your designated areas immediately. Once again, attention, please. We are scheduled to gate out.
All ships, gate out complete.
Shifting main engine to stealth mode. Maintaining current speed until sector withdrawal.
Exit from current space set at absolute time 1300 on the 22nd. 7 hours, 16 minutes, and 30 seconds to withdraw.
Next UMN column in 7 hours, 36 minutes. All gate jumps from other sectors will remain offline until then.
So, we're almost home.
Yes, sir. Our final gate jump is at the next column. We're almost there.
We made it this far, we'll be fine. The odds of contact between columns is statistically low. Besides, this asteroid field we're in is perfect for hiding the fleet from them.
Huh. So Pollyanna thinks those asteroids are going to protect us.
I'm sorry, sir.
A bit testy today, aren't we, Commander? Huh? Is something wrong?
No. Of course not.
Ever since we picked up that object 10 days ago, everyone's been a bit jumpy. And we still have a ways to go before we hit comm space. I can empathize with the commander.
Captain, can you, debrief us on the current situation? Our original orders from the Galaxy Federation were to investigate the vanished planet and assist the researchers. But ever since we picked up that object, it feels like everything's changed. What exactly is that thing anyway?
Who knows? I haven't heard a thing from the research team. But, as I mentioned before, apparently they're after the object too. That's unofficial info, of course.
What about the rumor regarding the casualties during the retrieval process?
Even if it were true, that's none of our business. The research team has their own orders to deal with. The only explicit instructions we've received state that should any salvageable objects exist in the area, their retrieval takes top priority.
Top priority? What does that mean?
What it means is, over our very lives.
Now, no need to scare them. Those orders merely reflect the importance of this operation to the Galaxy Federation government, that's all. Just stay sharp and be careful.
That makes sense, sir. The entire fleet was renovated for this mission. Besides, if there's an emergency, we've got the trump card to fall back on.
Yes. Speaking of which, what's the latest on that situation?
They're scheduled to turn in the A7 reports today.
A7, eh? Only one step away from fully operational. About time, I suppose. Lieutenant, please ask Chief Uzuki to come to the bridge once her data's ready. Ask her to bring all the previous data as well.
Yes, sir.
What trump card? Was he referring to that battle android?
That's right. You didn't know?
Wow, so it's true.
Hey, I heard that project's really behind schedule.
You can't blame them. There were casualties during their last boot-up test 2 years ago. They're being more careful this time.
It's hard to believe they're making an android in this day and age. The only place I've ever seen them is in old space novels.
Well, trump card or not, it's still an experiment. And it ain't like one android's gonna make that much of a difference. The whole project's just a chance for those Vector guys to show off. Someone's outdated hobby, that's all.
I heard that even their commercial models differ greatly between those that have seen action and those that haven't.
They say ignorance is bliss. Looks like they were right.
Commander?
I'm just envious, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I'll be there in 30 minutes.
They certainly didn't waste any time.
See? I'm usually right about these things.
Chief Uzuki, here's the data you requested. Will that be all?
Thanks. This should be good enough. I'll take care of the rest.
Alan, don't stiff my seat.
Chief? Do you have a second?
Yes?
Just got
The
done stuffing your
military
seat.
is expecting actual field data for Cosmos. Is it right for us to keep giving them simulated data like this?
Well, I must admit, you got me there. But honestly, if it were up to me, I'd keep her here, safe in her dream world forever.
But why are you so afraid to put her to real work when you push her so hard in the simulations? I can't wait to see Cosmos up and completely functional. Couldn't you at least try taking her up to Phase 3? That should be no problem for her by now.
Phase 3 in a simulated battle config? Come on. We're not about to wake our little princess for that. Here's a summary of Cosmos' main equipment from the 2nd Division. This should help you with the guys upstairs.
Thanks. I'm sure it will.
By the way, Chief, what do you think of the MWS and the HWS? It's just dummy data created inside the encephalon, but it was pretty exciting stuff, wasn't it? If neither had problems during this test, all that remains are the functionality tests using actual models. It worked pretty well. The MWS in particular felt right to me. I sensed something contrived in that, though. Well, I hear Miyuki is closely involved with the MWS. I'm sure she's up to something again. By the way, could you send the connection gear data to headquarters for me? You know the vaporizer plugin that we use to destroy obstacles? I wonder if they're also going to manufacture it based on our test data. I swear they pile everything they can on us under the pretext of testing Cosmos. Well, it's inevitable, considering they have a lot of other concerns, like the budget. Okay, I don't remember if there was like a save close, if there is. Up here. And with that, why don't we stop it there? This is Audapostrophe. You've been watching Xenoblade, or Xenosaga Episode 1 on PlayStation 2. I'm actually running this on a PlayStation 3 that's backwards compatible. So that's why the video quality is a little bit better than what you would expect of a PlayStation 2. You know, there's only a very limited number of ways to play this game. So you pretty much have to have a PlayStation 3 at this point in time, or a PlayStation 2. You know, still working PlayStation 2s or PlayStation 3s. And then even in the PlayStation 3, you would still have to have a model that was either hardware or software backwards compatible. Thankfully, this is one of the games that works off the software backwards compatible model. Pretty much error-free. I don't think there are any major bugs playing that, unlike many other PlayStation 2 games from the software model. You know, my hardware PlayStation 3 model died a long time ago, so all I've got left working is the software model, which is why you hear the jet engine that you don't normally hear in the background, because the fan runs incredibly loud on that system. I think if you've never played this, this will be a treat. It's a pretty deep game, like most Monolith Soft games, and it's going to take us a while. This is a big game. It's only on one disc, strangely enough, and the other games came on 2 and 3 discs, respectively. But I always felt that this was like the most comprehensive, mainly because they were incredibly rushed on 2 and 3. Originally, this was going to be a 6-game series, so you know, you had to compress a lot into the next 2 episodes in order to tell a complete story. Even then, I don't really feel it's like totally complete story. It's a shame this is kind of wrapped up in Namco's IP space. I would love for Monolith to be able to either reimagine this series or maybe even make a sequel to it, because there's certainly room for a sequel to happen, even with the story events as they are. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.